Alright, here we are, 2005 Cadillac Escalade. I needed to tow more than it's capable of towing. I blew out the rear air shocks on it, partly because of dry rot, partly because I pulled something too heavy. And I'm looking for some more support. First upgrade I'm doing is this Timbren SES rear suspension upgrade. And basically it replaces the stock frame boot. And so we're going to put them on and see what happens. All right, there is the old one. So first step is to get that one out and then get the new one in. So let's see what happens. All right, okay, so let's look at that. So they recommend, if that happens, to get a screwdriver to pry it out. So that's what I've got. And as you can see, it just fell to pieces. Trying to do this with two hands. You see, that goes up in that hole. All right. I need to switch to two hands. Be back. All right, so I've had a little trouble getting it seated. The how-to, I forgot, suggested using a piece of a 2x4 to wedge up under it and help it get seated. Right, so you lower it down a little bit, it helps it seat, and then you jack it back up and pull the 2x4 out. So I'm going to try that. I don't really have a place to put this. But I'm going to try to mount this somewhere. So let's see. Make sure when you're jacking your vehicle up that you're jacking it up from a point that is outside of the traction control on your truck, so that the tire will sag. Some of the jack points on some cars, you know, are made to get the tire off the ground as quick as possible, especially for low ones. But make sure you jack up outside of that, because you want the spring and everything, you want the wheel to fall as far away from the chassis as possible. And if you jack it up on some jack points, the tire will stay close to it because it's trying to get the tire off the ground. But you want the tire to sag and then jack it up past that to where it's off the ground, so that the tire is sagging as far down as it'll go, the shock is fully extended, the spring is fully extended, and that gives you the most room to work. If you jack it up and everything's still compressed, you're not going to be able to do anything. All right, after about 45 minutes of trial and error, I finally got it seated. So I think I got some pro tips, but I'm trying to beat the rain, so I don't think I'll have time to actually record it, but I should be able to at least barely show you what I did to finally get it seated. So one side in. So as you can see, this one, like the other one, come out pretty easy. A little bit of prying, pop out. All right, pro tip number one, spray some lubricant or penetrating oil up in there before you do it. That helped me on the last one get it seated much quicker. So I'm going to spray some WD-40 in there and then on to the next tip. Alright, I wish I had a video for you of doing this, but I don't, because I don't have a particular way that worked that well to record. Best way I can determine is get a block. Let's see if I get my piece. Jack the truck up. I would suggest maybe taking the shock off, because this side, which I thought was going to be the easier side, turned to be the harder side, and it's because this shock is in better condition than the other side, I think. So I'd take the shock loose, or be changing the shocks whenever you go to replace these. Pull your old one out. Alright. Take your one block. Put in there basically like so. And take your, I'll cut a wedge piece. Now, this isn't in the instructions, but it actually helped because the 2x4 wasn't thick enough to really do anything. The wedge piece I took and I wedged under the piece of block, and the first time I tried that, it seated when I let the truck down. But like I said, I would suggest be at the very least let your shock loose, or be changing your shocks whenever you attempt this, because the shocks, whenever you drop the truck, even when you drop it hard, stop it from really doing a whole lot of seating. You know, the best I could do is get it to seat halfway. So yeah, put your block in there, put your wedge block under there, make sure it's in a safe position, drop your jack, let it seat. And those are the Timbren rear suspension supports, and I will let you know at a later date how they did. So, good luck.